Welcome back, Officers of the Republic. It's your Coruscant Honorable Police Chief, APGAINS. This comes as no surprise, but we've been discovering over the last couple of days, especially with territory wars coming back, that CG has lied to us a little bit more than we initially expected. Now, so everyone remembers the fateful dev post. I'm not even going to reference it here visually because I don't want to scar you for life. We've gone through it before. We don't need to go through it again. But instead, I will invoke visceral emotional responses through auditory means. They made that dev post about the datacrons, and oh my god, APGAINS datacrons, don't talk about it. I don't want to watch the video. Shut up. Just watch the video. You're boosting my ego. Thank you. Yeah, so it was the most insulting thing I've ever seen a video game company do, ever. But it did happen. And for those of you guys maybe who don't remember, basically they're just like, oh, here are the issues that we found that you guys have with datacrons, none of which were real issues, and this is going to be the scapegoat for us to make them more pay to win. Really quickly, let's just check this store out. I haven't checked this store out much. Wow, they actually added a crap ton of stuff to their store. So there's the normal calendar, and that's fine. Obviously, you can unlimited gamble for rerolls. You know, we like a good gamble over here. We've definitely helped increase the total number of gambling addicts here over at the APGAINS YouTube channel, especially on live streams. Come join us. But Capital Games definitely doing their best to monetize that gambling addiction. Over here as well, more gambling, but also gambling that was necessary for a lot of endgame players. As you guys maybe don't know, endgame players, they don't struggle with money. They struggle with having enough data cache, and luckily, boom, here you go. You can spend some money on some data cache. I think there was a couple other packs that they had snuck in here, but maybe those are out of the store already. They were in here yesterday. Okay, apparently they're not here anymore. So basically, what happened? Datacrons became, as we expected, we expected them to be worse, right? We expected them to have realized that, you know, the JMK, Ray, Inquisitor, JML, Jedi Knight Luke datacrons are too OP. Malgus one was starting to push us in the right direction. Our stats are getting worse, and then the Empire and Scoundrel ones came out and proved to be probably the most disgustingly annoying that have happened so far. They removed the ability to actually get the datacrons themselves. They removed basically the ability to get the reroll mats, or at least they said they did, even though they didn't, which I find unbelievably brain dead. I mean, maybe they should be called BD instead of CG. It should be brain dead instead of Capital Games. Because what's the point of, one, I mean, I know what the point is. It's just to insult us because it's fun for them. What's the point of, one, lying about why you're doing something, and then two, lying about actually doing it, right? Like, if you really did want to make up some random excuse just to make it harder for us, at least stick to it, right? Like their original thing was like, oh, someone who doesn't even have access to GAC, but likely someone we just made up, doesn't know where to get datacrons, right? Someone doesn't know where to get datacrons. So we'll make it easier. We'll just put them in territory wars. I'll just close my eyes and pick a random GP. 240 to 260 million GP. All right, let's look at the rewards here. This is okay. So maybe a fourth of a reroll if you win your territory war, and then not enough data cache for anything. Okay, but you know, APGAINS, that's 240. Like maybe poor people shouldn't be allowed to reroll their datacrons. You know, maybe they haven't gone to 12 years of medical school, or they haven't finished law school, or they haven't been born into a nice family, or they haven't just wanted to spend their hard-earned cash on the game. Maybe we shouldn't be mean to poor people. Let's pretend like they're the richest possible people that they can be. Okay, let's check. Okay, so one reroll of a level 3, okay, and half a reroll and a part of a reroll. So a little bit better for the maximum amount of players for a territory war win, which is exactly the same as it used to be. But now you can't actually get the big boys from Conquest. You can't actually get the big boys from Conquest, which means you can't reroll your level 9s, which means you can't actually reroll datacrons if you're poor, right? And this is compounded, right? Sorry to use big words on you, I know. See, we play Galaxy of Heroes. We're not the smartest people in the world. But this is compounded by the fact that you can't get datacrons. I had one Datacron that I got from, I think it's from the free pack they give you. And it turned out to not be great, and I did rerolls, and I couldn't get the one thing that I can actually use, right? Like, the only thing that I can actually use is the cooldown reduction. So I maxed out all the tons of reroll materials they have to the point where I had none, right? I used 800 energy. 800 energy, which is 40 battles of the node. 40 battles of the node that allows you the chance to get a Datacron in one day. And I got one Datacron with like my last 2 attempts. Same issue. I used the resources that I could acquire as a poor person, and you couldn't get the one thing I wanted. And now the rerolls are too expensive. So naturally, the next day, I do my refreshes again. And I want you to look at this and guess, with the exact same amount of investment of my time, a godly amount of time. No, sorry, I take that back. It wasn't a godly amount of time. It was an ungodly amount of time. I want you to take a wild guess at how many I got the next day. If you aren't just listening and you're actually looking at your screen, you can see the answer is 1. But at this point, I can't get the materials to do anything because I'm poor, which sucks. I'm sad. Is this mad because bad? Mad because poor? What do you guys think? Go into the comment section. You're 6 minutes and 46 seconds into an APGAINS video, which means you either fall into one of 2 categories. You either are very, very sad. We tend to be number 1. Like, if we're number 1 at anything in Galaxy of Heroes, it's sadness here. Or you're dumb, right? Those are the 2 types of people that make APGAINS videos and then, as a byproduct of that, watch Galaxy of Heroes, right? Because I am no different from you. We are the same. We are the exact same. I'm sad. I'm poor. I'm dumb. And if you're this far into an APGAINS video, I hate to break it to you. I really don't like being the lions and tigers and bearer of bad news, oh my. But you probably fall into the same camp. I know this doesn't matter, but I mean, like, in a system where we're already, like, every disadvantage is against us already. Our opponents have more GLs, more ships, more GP, more mods, more data. Like, it's just another thing that compounds on top of the already annoying landscape of the game. Also, as a side note, CG, can you drop the Relic 8, Relic 9 thing that you talked about a while back? I know that takes literally 0 effort, and a child could probably press a button and do that. Like, like, do we have to go through 2 full cycles of profundity before you're going to allow poor people to get the profundity? I mean, come on. Please, please, I beg you. I beg you. You know what? I'll even make this. Drop the update that you could have dropped months ago, including the mod update, and I will just give you the 3 wacky digits on the back of my card, and I'm not even going to spend it on the game, right? I won't even spend it on the game, because then you have to split your money. You got to absolutely split it. You got to split it with Apple. You got to split it with Google Play. You got to split it with Lucasfilm, with Disney. No, I will cut out the middleman and just give you my credit card information so you can use the $75 that are still in my bank account to, I don't know, take a prostitute out to dinner or something. Whatever. Just please. All right. Bye-bye. Subscribe for my ego. Save AP September. I'll see you, I don't know, at like 9 o'clock at night because I work 12 hours a day. Bye-bye.